let's start on that note. Digital marketing, boom industry, right? When did you see this industry really booming and kicking off? Because you got into it. How many years has it been really taking off now?
Yeah, I reckon I noticed it taking off back when I was at Census. We went through a whole transformation piece there, and just seeing Google, even come into the market. There were search engines before Google, but Google was really that kind of huge shift and catalyst for digital marketing. And I think, back sort of 10, I don't know, whenever they started 15 years ago, becoming mainstream, that was really the catalyst and was when I started the gears sort of turning in my mind around, this is going to be, one of the biggest sort of business transformations that happen. And, sure enough, it has been.
Absolutely. And we saw that. You're saying their Census. So anybody that's come from that background in media, advertising, marketing would know that massive shift from print to digital really is what it's relating to there. It was literally a massive move in a very short time frame, really.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we'll say though is it's a dark art. Let's be frank. It's a dark art. If we as business owners were in Hogwarts School of Magic, then all you guys in digital marketing would be in Slytherin.
Yeah.
So Slytherin, because it's a dark art. Fair comment?
Yeah, fair comment.
Well, I'm being a bit cheeky because I can be.
Yeah, it's a low trust industry. Let's put it that way, right? It's very low level of governance, very low level of entry point. So anyone can be a digital marketer by reading a couple of books or watching a couple of videos online. And I think that's probably the biggest catalyst for the mistrust. If you're coming in at a low barrier, often smaller businesses don't have a huge budget, so they're coming in at a low entry point. They're being burnt, and they're being burnt multiple times before, because of that sort of low barrier to entry and low trust. And then once bitten, twice shy, which then paints an industry in a certain way. So yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
It's interesting. I did a session with Jared Wallace, who I know Jared, in recruitment as well. And that was another one, right? Recruitment, because you can literally be a recruiter.
Yeah.
You got a phone at home and you set up and you go. It's fair to say that actually many industries have now got a much lower barrier of entry because of digital.
Yeah.
Like that's across the board. But I get what you mean in this context. It's really an industry of distrust because of that to some degree, and people.
Yeah.
So where are, let's say, some immediate gaps within industry that disruptors and innovators can step into and add a real value, right? To move away from that kind of distrust.
So I think that as a marketer or as a marketing company, or any business for that matter, your customers or potential customers are looking for user-generated content or user-generated feedback. So reviews are a really good way of providing a high level of trust to your prospective customers. Video content is a really good way to give your potential customer a little window into your organization and feel more connected to you on the way through. Building a really well-designed website is also a good way to encapsulate, your unique selling proposition and your point of difference. Understanding your customer's journey, what are their pain points? What do you solve? How do you solve them? What makes you different to your competitors? All of those things will help you stand out from the crowd. And I think if you understand, what your customers are looking for and do the journey of that sort of buying cycle and then reinforce those trust signals through reviews and testimonials, then it will help you sort of on that conversion path.
So making sure you're capturing reviews, making sure you're getting quality testimonials, making sure you're building video content, making sure you have got a great website and a great web presence, right? That's what that's practical things you can do.